Nate was all about using my reach and staying away, and I think Nunes said, listen, I'm going to be like a bulldog, like a rhinoceros, and just get closer and closer and closer until there's nothing he can do.
Boy, he can't gas himself out. Sorry, Todd.
If this was a 10 or 12 rounder, which it obviously isn't, those body shots would really start to play a factor the longer the fight went on.
I'm starting to see a lack of head movement from Winters and Nunes, though, now. I think he's gassing out just a little bit. He's kind of relying a bit more on the guard.
And those hands of Nate are dropping to protect the rib cage. Look at that on the inside. He immediately drops them around his waist. And that's where, as you said, Nunes can come on top with an overhead right and maybe catch him.
Yeah, we always talk about knockouts to the head, but you can get knocked out to the body just as easily once they start to take their toll.
One round to
Bro's
go.
crazy for this.
Good combinations from my main Nate. Good forward pressure and ring jab.
KSI, Tommy Fury fight, whatever. We got banned on TikTok. Pull up to Red Dog Reacts on YouTube. Red Dog Space Reacts on YouTube. It's small, but you guys will be able to watch it. See you guys there.
I'm very interested to see how they're scoring this.
And what did we see in the slow-mo replays, Roundhouse? We saw uppercuts landing from Nate, yes, but we saw Nunes just shake his head and keep on coming. I think in this round, if he can be aggressive, continue to come forward, and continue to work the body, there's a chance that we could see a knockout in this final round.
3 minutes to go here. Winterson Nunes and my mate Nate, two fighters with massive social media followings, but it's not about how many people like you, it's about how you handle the other guy standing in front of you. And right now, you think Nate might have a slight edge, but Nunes has really been good at pounding away at the body.
Got banned on TikTok live for streaming the fight, but we don't stop here. Red Dog Reacts on YouTube. Red Dog Space Reacts on YouTube. It's like a blue logo with an R. Has 100 subscribers. This is my reaction channel. Pull up if you want to watch the fight still. It's still small, but like, I mean, if you guys want to watch the fight, watch the fight. Pull up.
Because this round, I think, is going to decide everything.
Especially if you're a guy like Winters and Nunes, where, you know, I'm not sure how the scorecards are going to go in his favor right now. And if I'm his corner, I'm saying, look, this guy hasn't really shown that he can hurt you. So why not take a bit more risks and try to get that knocked down?
Seems like that's what he did there. Lowered his hands to try and bait Nate into throwing something.
You know, they say styles make fights, but styles also make really good efforts when it comes to the judges as well, if you're exciting. And Nunes' style isn't particularly exciting,
yeah,
but it has been effective.
Seeing the gas tanks of both of these guys definitely hurting a little bit. But good
a new one.
Still from my mate Nate. I think Nate's landing a lot of shots.
Oh, there's the best punch in the fight, a right hand. Nunes, he went back to it again. And now Nate has him against the ropes. And he should be unloading his offense.
Now he's asking for him to come closer.
Nate did a good job of wearing that shot. He's been doing a good job of throwing in combination this round and just kind of ticking the points up, right? Just scoring the points, because at the end of the day, one big shot, if your opponent doesn't go down, it doesn't do too much.
But when you get to the last minute of a fight, that's what the judges remember. Not necessarily the first minute, but this last minute could be everything.
Another good body shot from Nunes there. It's just tough when you don't do this for a living to be able to dig deep in the fourth round. This sport is so exhausting.
It's like running on a treadmill while getting punched in the stomach.
Talking trash is Nunes again. There's the left to the body, right near the liver.
Those body shots cannot miss for him tonight.
That's clearly been his game plan for the entire 4 rounds.
But wasn't enough. He's landed a bunch of body shots.
He has 13 seconds. He might be able to knock him
I
out.
don't want to say this, but I feel like we could be seeing a second straight draw.
Good head movement from Nunes. You want to finish the round strong. That's what Nate tried to do. His corner seems to think he's got it hook, line, and sinker, but I'm not so sure.
Well, the girlfriend is screaming over in the corner. I think she's just happy that her man is standing at the end of his fight. She was screaming for 16 minutes.
What do you think, Roundhouse?
Good
I
night.
thought it was a good fight. I would probably have to give it to my main Nate. But like you guys are saying, it's one of those fights that it's really, really hard to judge because I didn't see either of them really put a stamp on it. Right now you can see in the replays here, good combinations from my main Nate, right? Never throwing one, but good power shots from Whindersson Nunes. My main Nate, he had the combinations, he had the flow, but when the thudding shots came, they were always from Whindersson Nunes.
Well, we talked about it before the fight. It played out exactly as we thought it would. You had a really quick Nate with a reach advantage, and Nunes, I think, decided, hey, I'm going to take shots in the first round. By the time I get to this final round, I'll have Nate worn down where he won't be bringing anything back to me. And I don't know if that was the correct strategy. We're about to see if it's going to result in a win.
The crowd has been electric all night long. Unlike most boxing events, these fans show up at the start. And how about Cameron versus Taylor? They're running it back. One of the most highly anticipated rematches in recent times takes place Saturday, November 25th. Thanksgiving weekend in the U.S. Chantel Cameron, Katie Taylor, head-to-head from Ireland.
And you want to see a high-level boxing fight, match, whatever you want to call it, that's a high-level boxing fight, because those two ladies, they don't particularly like each other, but when you run it back a second time, you know what to expect. So it's about the changes that you make between one fight and the next that usually is the difference.
So my mate Nate, again, his corner thinks they won this rather easily.
I'm going to say draw. What do you think, Rich?
I'm going to go 3 rounds to 1 for my mate Nate. I think that's the way the judges will see it. But a draw, yes. I don't see how Nunes won 3 rounds.
Okay.
I could see a draw. I can't see Nunes winning, if that makes sense.
Here's Haas.
Who won here? I think Nate won. But a draw would make sense.
All 3 judges scored about
Not Nate, my main man. Main.
Winner by unanimous decision.
Main.
My man,
How?
Well, they were right. It wasn't close at all. 4 rounds to none for my mate Nate.